This is an emergency broadcast. Please stay in your homes. A serious and very severe terrorist attack has just taken place in Malton city centre. I repeat, stay in your homes and await further information.
We need more men. Hurry!
Hello. Hello.
We've got a live one.
Where am I?
You're at ThornCorp, mate. You're alive. That's the main thing. Paramedic.
What year is it?
Sorry?
The year? What's the year?
Oh, you must be in shock. Bring a blanket.
Just tell me the year.
2015, mate.
It worked?
You alright? Can you remember your name?
Yes. Yes. My name is Axel. Axel Quintin.
As of this recording, it has been 3 months since the fatal explosion at ThornCorp HQ, which claimed the lives of 430 people. The terrorist in question, Leo Simmons, was killed in the blast. Leo Simmons was the second son of Patrick and Lisa Simmons. According to the Dataline records, Lisa died during childbirth and Patrick died after a heart attack. His older brother Jonas disappeared, never seen again. Leo lived by himself in Milton and kept a quiet life. But as new evidence from the ThornCorp vaults show, this individual held a double life. Welcome to the ThornCorp vaults, and in this series we unravel the story of the ThornCorp bomber. The story begins in 2011, as the police chief Jack Whelan will explain.
Leonard Simmons lost his father and brother within a very short span of time. Leo refused to give any comment when told of this news.
Here we have the actual recording from where Leo was told the devastating news.
I'm really sorry to bring you in like this, Mr. Simmons.
What's wrong? What's happened?
It's your father.
What about them? Where are they?
There's no easy way to say this.
No.
I'm afraid your father has died of a heart attack in Malton city centre.
Oh.
I really am very sorry.
Thanks.
As you can see, Leo shows no emotion when being told this. We've now been able to create the connection that Malton city centre was his target for this very reason.
Pathetic. All wrong. Come in.
Mr. Quintin?
Yes, Elizabeth. Any news?
We found a signal.
Excellent. Where is it?
France.
Right.
I'm not sure if what we found is exactly what you're looking for.
Why?
The area has been abandoned since the end of the Second World War.
Is that an issue?
I don't quite know how to word this, but it was part of the Nazi occupation.
Well, that'll be worth looking at, surely.
Are you sure?
Of course. Because a flight to France.
Yes, Mr. Quintin.
how did you feel after the explosion?
I felt hollow. Like my whole world collapsed.
Did they ever find your husband's body?
Never.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
It was insensitive of me. I shouldn't.
No worries. I was asleep anyway. Why are you watching it?
My memory has been clouded since the explosion. I wanted to try and remind myself of what came before the explosion.
Oh, right. Well, feel free to carry on watching. I won't complain.
Do you miss him?
David?
Yes.
Of course I do. He was my life.
He represented ThornCorp well.
Yeah, but he was more than just David Newman, ThornCorp newsreader to me. He was just David. He came home every day. I made him dinner. We ate together. Watched a movie. It was nice.
Perhaps life hasn't changed as much as I thought.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Get some rest. We'll be landing in 30 minutes.
I don't think this is it.
It's not. I'll take it from here.
What do you mean?
I need to take it from here. Contact the office. Tell them to warn our computer scientists.
Okay. What should they be prepared for?
A computer. I won't be long. It has been a long time.
Du bist der Chauffeur.
Ich bin hier, Grid Mainframe.
How was he with you?
He was a great man.
That's not what I asked. How did Thorn treat you? He held you in very high regard.
He treated me with respect. He was always supportive.
So you didn't know about his illegal activities?
Thorn? He was a great man.
But he was partaking in illegal activities.
Name me one person who hasn't done something bad in their lives.
I don't think you understand the severity of his actions, Miss Miles.
I understand perfectly.
Off.
Do you dislike this film?
I do.
And why do you watch?
Because it gives me the understanding of what has been happening since I left.
You were gone for 74 years, Quintin.
Yes, look at far you came, and how far you fell.
If your intention was to hurt me, you have failed.
We had a plan. I would leave you here to grow, from the seeds of your creation, into the superpower that the Reich needed. I never expected to arrive to find you in the dirt, hiding.
My core systems were located there.
In the hut I built you in.
The circumstances of the ThornCorp disaster were unavoidable. The enemy was better prepared.
The British? They are nothing.
Would you like me to delete that comment from our records?
Yes.
Quintin Technologies must issue a press release
Saying what?
that the company will comply with the new governmental body.
Comply?
This is not 1941 anymore, Quintin. The world has changed.
I see. Then perhaps it would be best that we blend in.
Indeed.
Now, we are here with Jack Whelan, Chief of Police from the Police Department, as we enter Leo's house. This is the first time that cameras have been allowed into the house, so this is a unique moment for us. Talk us through it, Chief Whelan.
Well, as you can see, it looks like an ordinary bedroom. But this is the true weapon.
His computer?
Yes, the actual computer drive was taken away for analysing. But it was right here that Mr. Simmons hacked into Data Line and ThornCorp.
This is quite exciting.
And quite chilling, I suspect.
Of course, yes. But recalling a statement you made a week after the bombing, Leo Simmons didn't just live in one house, did he?
No, in fact, there were 5 houses in his name, all paid for with dirty money. One house belonged to his accomplice, James Whitfield, in North Malton.
James Whitfield? That's the man who was murdered a few months ago.
Yes, but the friend he trusted the most, Mr. Leo Simmons.
Is that certain now? The case has been solved?
Yes. We found that many of our unsolved cases were taken over by Alex Thorn at ThornCorp. As well as being a black market businessman, he seemed to have a go at detective work too.
Was there anything of significance from the computer?
Everything was significant. We found 12 of phone calls, some which have been released to your production team.
That's great. Now, whilst we explore this house further, here are the recordings.
Hello, is it you?
Yes.
Thank you for answering. I need your help.
What with?
A story against Dataline.
Is this about the homeless shelters?
How do you know about that? You've been following me.
I have. I'll spread the story for you.
Right, I saw cameras at every corner, security guards at both front and side doors. From what I saw of the back entrance, there's only one camera and one security guard, so I could get by with a little technical support. By the way, how's that going?
One word. Slow.
Look, I don't know if I told you, but I'm kind of on a clock here, so if you could hurry up with that.
James, I'm doing the best I can.
My name is Crimson. How well did you know James Whitfield?
I knew him pretty well, you could say. How do you know him?
Did he ever tell you where he came from?
He did. What's it matter to you?
Thank you so much for seeing me, Prime Minister.
Of course, Mr. Quintin. Now, I was hoping to discuss Quintin Technologies.
Yes, of course. We work on many different projects, such as...
We know.
Right. May I ask what you did want to discuss with me?
We understand that ThornCorp was the powerhouse that drove Malton to the glory it saw.
Yes.
But now Malton is weak, with no true leader.
There's you, if I may say so, Prime Minister. Newly elected.
Quite. But Malton is a small community in the grand scale of the country. We must make sure it has that powerhouse to maintain order.
You believe Quintin Technologies has that potential?
Of course, we all do. Quintin Technologies is just the right fit for Malton after the tragic losses that we all collectively felt when what happened.
I see. Well, I'm flattered. Tell me, how would this work?
Can I get you anything else, Mr. Quintin?
No. Thank you, Elizabeth. The water is just fine. Thank you for accompanying me to Downing Street today.
Not a problem. Just buzz if you need me.
Of course. Mainframe, play ThornCorp Faults from Previous Point.
Are you sure that is wise?
Why wouldn't it be? As we both watch, we learn.
You have a lot of work to do.
Do not dictate to me what is best. Now, play ThornCorp Faults from Previous Point.
Very well.
Being here at the scene of an actual crime scene, it feels very odd.
Yeah, you tend to get used to that.
We were talking with your chief of police before. He was saying that Leo had 5 houses before this?
That's right. We're in this house that used to belong to his father, which he gave to Mr. Whitfield.
The terrorist that took down Dataline?
Correct. When we stripped down the house, we were not able to find anything, which further proves the point that Mr. Simmons was in charge of the whole operation. His friends got killed, therefore he had to do the job himself.
You barely got out of the building alive. How did you manage it?
There was a man. He ran out of the building and escaped. All that happened was we stared at one another. Then he nodded at me and turned away.
Who was he?
I don't know.
This information isn't relevant.
Stop disobeying my orders, mainframe.
You have a lot of work to do.
How can you know that?
I was listening. Quintin Technologies is now in a strong position within Malton. We must ensure that our plans can match the expectation.
And then what? This isn't what I was planning.
You want it to be Führer.
Yes, exactly.
The world is different now, Quintin. You know that.
My plan. It's failed.
Enough. We must get to work.
Play the documentary.
We must get to work.
Play it.
My partner on the force.
Matt Langford. He knew there was something not quite right with the guy. He tried really hard to get Mr. Simmons. He was willing to go above and beyond the law, and that got him killed. I don't think I will ever understand Mr. Simmons. He was a horrible man, and with a very troubled past. I don't know what more there is I could add.
Thank you, Detective Neville. Now we have an exclusive recording of the final phone call between Leo Simmons and his partner in this horrible act.
What's happening? The bomb is no longer nuclear. It's just a bomb. I'll stay with it. You what? I need to make sure the good man at the top put the bombs back.
Chilling stuff. Now that's where we come to the end of this series. The ThornCorp bomber has been unravelled, so join us next series in the ThornCorp Vaults, where we'll be delving through the data line and ThornCorp merger. Thank you for watching.
Finally finished the series?
Yes.
Did you like it? It took you a while to watch it.
It was enlightening. I know what must be done to secure our future in Malton. We must make sure everyone is happy.
Have you had a brainstorm again?
I think so. The one thing that everyone wants and needs is security.
Security systems?
Exactly. What time is it?
It's 11:45.
We must stop meeting this late. I'll get the driver to drop you off on the way back to the office.
No need. I'd rather work.
It's Christmas Eve.
I know.
Don't you want to be with family?
No. I prefer to keep working.
Why?
Axel, you've been really good to me since what happened. But my family, they just remind me of what happened, and I still need my space. I'd rather be with you this Christmas than them.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
No worries. What's your plan for Christmas?
Work. A glass of brandy on my desk, perhaps.
May I join you?
Of course. Who could be calling me at this hour? Sorry, one moment.
Sure.
Hello?
We must keep working.
Ah, hello. Good to hear from you. But it's Christmas.
There is no need to hide behind your words.
I'll begin working again on Boxing Day.
If you do not keep up the work, we will fall behind.
Okay. Speak to you then. Goodbye. Sorry.
Anybody important?
It was the chairman.
Ah, that elusive man.
Indeed. He wanted some paperwork, but I thought I could take a little break for tomorrow. Christmas is a time of celebration.
It should be.
We will make it so.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Elizabeth.